Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Jeremy Sutton, owner of Vivian Physical Therapy, host of the Servant PT podcast. So I'm at the clinic early this morning. I've been here since about 4:45, which is really early for me. I do not like getting up that early. But anyway, just had a lot of work to get done, paperwork, just kind of getting behind on things, and took over my billing this last month and just trying to get caught up on that and kind of meet the learning curve on that kind of stuff. So just got me thinking, sometimes we have to get up and work hard and do things we don't exactly want to do. And today was one of those days I didn't really want to get up at 4:45 or at 4 o'clock, but I did. And so, I already got my day halfway going. But, it got me thinking too about, life in general and how we go through hard times and we go through things that we don't want to go through sometimes, but it doesn't really keep us down if we don't let it. So, constantly I see people that come in the clinic and, I hear, I thought I was just going to have to live this way. Well, I know I'm getting older, so I can't do those things I used to do. Well, my doctor told me I had to stop doing that, or my kids told me I had to stop doing that, or my last physical therapist or whoever it was told me that I couldn't do this anymore, that I'm getting old and whatever. Well, look, life ain't over. Life ain't over yet. Just because we're older, just because we don't have any hair, just because of whatever reason, doesn't mean that life's over. Doesn't mean we have to just stop living and doing the things we enjoy. Conversation I've had over and over and over in my career with people, and I've had it multiple times this week, is why would you stop doing the things you enjoy doing just because it's difficult? If you like to garden and you die in your garden, didn't you die happy? Or if you like to garden and you stop because you're afraid you're going to fall, or you're afraid that, you're going to have a hangnail or something, and you've been sitting in your chair for the last 15 years. Well, have you really been living that last 15 years? And so it's kind of the same way it's the same with anybody, whether you're young or old or what your deal is. You gotta be living life to the fullest, and you gotta be enjoying yourself and doing the things that you love. Because if you're not, then there's just not a whole lot of purpose and a lot of drive to that. So, don't let anybody tell you that life's not worth working hard. Your dreams aren't worth going after. Just sit down over here because you're too old, or you're too out of shape or whatever. Let's talk about that for just a second, being out of shape. So started doing this maintenance program thing at the clinic really started a couple of years ago. And I didn't really, I did it because I wanted to do it, give people an option to come exercise if they wanted to without being in a big gym with a lot of other people. And I didn't think much about it at the time, but now I realize what a value that is for people to come work out and not be around so many people and be able to be, watched while they do things by a physical therapist who knows what they should be doing and has a great understanding of their history and their background. And now we have a few more people coming. We're never going to have 50 people in it, or we're not in this location because I don't have room, but we have those people come, and I just get to see the transformation that they make. And, we have people go from not being able to lift 2 pounds to, doing overhead press with heavier weights, maybe 10 pounds, but there's a whole lot more than what they thought they could do, from 2 to 10. And we have people that, didn't have enough stamina to ride a bike for 5 minutes, and now they're up to 30 minutes, on their fitness program that they get in after they discharge from therapy. So, so many people that come in contact with each day that just don't think they can do anything, or has been told that they couldn't do anything, and it's just not the case. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of hard work, a little bit of determination, and then just somebody to believe in you and give you that little push. If I think back to my life on things where I had problems, that crow wanted to be in the live video today. If I think back to the things where I had problems and didn't feel like I could make it, I just needed somebody to push me. One time I was complaining about studying for chemistry. I hated chemistry. I dropped it so many times. And my dad takes me outside, and there's a shovel leaned up against the side of the house. He's like, grab that shovel, son. I was like, okay. He said, do you like that, the way that feels in your hand? I was like, no. And he's like, well, I've had to dig ditches so you could study and go to college. So get back in there and stop griping and study chemistry. And so I never had any trouble studying chemistry again, or I never had trouble that I told him about anyway. So we just need that little bit of push sometimes. So if you're that person out there that's watching this and you say, golly, I don't know if I can continue doing these things, or I'm just struggling with life and getting up and moving, give me a call. Let me talk to you. Even if you don't come up here, I'd be glad to encourage you, set you up with somebody in your area that can help you if you're not local to me. And other than that, if you just need encouragement, give me a call and I'd be glad to encourage you. But if you're somebody that's, working and, you just don't see why you're working so hard and things like that, just know that there's other people here with you. I'm there, and it's hard sometimes, but just keep moving forward and you'll get it. So guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.